Big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
He's got a first down and then some at midfield. Touchdown, Vikings! Alexander Madison, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row and we're going to be terrific. But to get one, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you do have, we're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they've broken it.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
You know, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Here's Pollard. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Cooper's got it. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. Looking back to Cooper's numbers from last year after that trade, he ended up playing 9 games for the Cowboys in 2018. 725 yards, 6 scores. Also had the 100-yard game in the playoffs against the Rams. And if you add up the numbers between the two teams last year, he was over 1,000 for the 3rd time in 4 NFL seasons. A first down throw for Prescott. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42, the 20, 10, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, when both guys went up for the ball, I just thought, who's going to come down with it? I didn't think he'd come down with it and then take it all the way for a touchdown.
That's battling, isn't it? Because normally, if both guys go up for it and come down with it, the tie goes to the offense. The defensive player didn't want it to be a tie at all. He wanted a little bit more, took it, and went the other direction.
Here's Bailey now for the extra point. It's up and good, and it's now 28-14. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. This to Jarwin. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally down at the 36-yard line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Got an open man, the tight end, Jarwin. Touchdown, Cowboys! 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Tavecchio good on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Let's go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
It's been a long day for you. 54's Mike. 54's Mike.
Cousins now. And now here is another interception. Xavier Woods with a pick. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. He's going to find Gallup here complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam down.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
55 to Mike. Check. 55 to Mike. 47.
They'll run here with Freeman. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Devontae Freeman as the first half is winding down. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And the route is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this. And my goodness, another interception. Xavier Woods with a pick. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. On second down now, Pollard. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down. Prescott on first down. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. A gain of 3, second down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Kill.
He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tavon Austin, his 3rd touchdown now on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. Tavecchio good on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. This fielded at the 2. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Throwing his Cousins. And now here is another interception. It's the former Patriot Devin McCourty. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They run. Devontae Freeman. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up. 2nd and goal from the 1. Looking to throw. Prescott. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Prince Amukamara. When I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Me and you all day. Wide. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Mike, hey, seam 6.
To throw, Cousins. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Throwing, Cousins, complete, Smith has it. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 7 yards there and a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Anthony Brown right there to knock it away.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time. And it's 3rd down.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. 28 yards to go. Mike 5-4. Yo. 5-4.
They'll throw again. Cousins. He finds Taylor. Complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 38-yard line.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Lets it fly for Thielen. And my goodness, another interception. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 2-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, they'll run with Freeman. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Kill. Here we go. Go to 54. Wide.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
3rd and long for Prescott. And that'll be intercepted by the Pro Bowl safety Harrison Smith. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Well, they get a fourth quarter pick, a little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play.
And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Jalen Smith, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. On play action, Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. Nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. On first down, Freeman. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
Well, partner, Marvin, our number one stats guy, just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
39 yards there, a big one.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll look to run with Freeman. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Devontae Freeman with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio, and that will extend this big lead. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
It's a gain of 10.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. First down, here's Cousins. It's caught, Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's a first down throw that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Anthony Brown. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided? And now here's another interception. Picked up by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Another carry for the workhorse tonight, Freeman. Freeman a first down and more. And he gets this one down to the 24. That good for 19 on a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Here's Freeman. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Well, Prescott here to throw. Outright completes it to Jarwin. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called